Hello and welcome back to Something Z. Last time on this What If, Team 7 just learned why Naruto seems sad all the time, and now Naruto has a reason to get stronger, and that is to prove that he can be a hero. Now, let's get into the What If. So it's an hour after the dinner that Team 7 learned about Inari's stepdad, and Naruto and Sasuke are outside. Sasuke, let's train. Why? It's already late into the night. I just can't sit around and do nothing. And last time, we really couldn't do anything. Even with all the power I had, I was just barely able to push him an inch away. And if this Gato guy tries to do something again, we have to be stronger. After some time of thinking, Sasuke nods. I agree, and I really don't want you to get too ahead of me. So they trained that night in doing some sparring practice and target practice too late into the night. When eventually Sasuke decided he was going to stop for the night, but Naruto wanted to train some more and told him that he would go back to the house in a bit. But he just wanted to test something real quick. But when Sasuke left, he boiled all the chakra he had to see how long he could boil it. And for a short time, for around 15 minutes, he was able to be at the strength of second gate. Then he passes out from the lack of chakra. When he wakes up, he realizes he's in the mindscape with Kokuo. Good try, Naruto, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. You're on a mission too, so you should be at your best. I know that, but I can't just do nothing while there's shinobi that can capture Kakashi, and I need to get stronger. Then they spent some time just chatting on what he should do for his training and what he should practice on. Eventually, what seems like an hour of chatting, Naruto tries to leave the mindscape, but when he tries, he just can't leave. He tries it 3 more times, then Coco eventually speaks. That won't work, Naruto. Your body is so low on chakra, your body can't wake up. You're not dead, but you can't leave here until your chakra gets back up, which is in about 8 hours. Naruto panics from this, but eventually calms down, thinking there's nothing else he can do, talks to Kokuo about the 4th Hokage and training. Eventually, hours later, Naruto finally wakes up, and he gets up and stretches, feeling a bit groggy. But when he looks around, he sees a beautiful woman in front of him, in what looks like a pink kimono. Oh, so you finally woke up. Are you okay? Why are you in the woods asleep? I was training, and I guess I used too much energy when I was training, so I passed out. Why are you training so hard? Is there a certain reason? I have to get stronger. If I don't, I can't achieve my goals. And what is that exactly? I want to help people like me, who are despised for no reason besides other people's actions on them. Wow, for someone your age, you really have a good goal. But let me tell you this. Only when you want to protect something precious will you be at your strongest you could be. I guess so. They continue talking, and after a while, Sasuke comes running. Then when he sees Naruto, he slows down. Naruto, you said you were coming back after a bit. Did you spend all night training? And who's this? Oh, this is... Hey, what's your name anyways? Oh, it's Haku. Nice to meet you. But I'm sorry, but I have to go. I was here on a mission to get some herbs, and I better go back now. Then Haku leaves the two Genin in the forest. After some explaining to Sasuke what happened, he and Sasuke do some more training, and not as intense since Naruto got that warning from Kokuo. So we skip to the next day, and Kakashi brought all of Team 7 to the bridge to protect the bridge builder while he was working. A couple of hours after they started to watch the bridge, a sick mist appeared, and then Zabuza stepped out of it, with the masked person who they thought killed him. And while this was happening, Gon sent 2 men to the bridge builder's house, and the same thing happened where Inari's mom is a hostage, and Inari is going to charge at the 2, trying to stop them, but he gets killed, and so the bridge builder is all alone. So back on the bridge, Zabuza and Haku are on the bridge. Naruto, Sasuke, you fight the masked person, and Sakura protects the bridge builder. They nod, and Naruto boils his chakra to the point of first gate, and Sasuke got out a kunai, and they both charge at the masked man, with Naruto being able to get a fast gut punch before the masked person can react. Then the mask spins around, which makes Naruto back up. And when Sasuke and Naruto surround the masked man, he said, demonic mirroring ice crystals. And then ice walls seem to form out of nowhere. And in each one, there is one masked person in it. And they have around 3 needles in each hand. So there are 6 needles in total in one mirror that are visible. And then, with them giving them no time to react, the mirrors start to needle after needle. without any pattern, which Naruto and Sasuke are able to block and dodge a bit. But they do get hit multiple times, and even more of them scratch them enough to draw blood. But since Naruto is boiling his chakra, he can move more easily, so he can dodge and block easier. But Sasuke is getting hit more, and he's basically getting hit with the brunt of the attack. Sasuke and Naruto thinking that they can just melt the mirrors, try to use their fire jutsus, but they don't seem to have that much of an effect. Naruto thinking that the fire jutsu doesn't work, does 5 shadow clones, and with his speed he tries to punch the ice mirrors, which seems to work, and with one punch the ice shatters. Then Sasuke lists the opening from Haku being distracted by Naruto, smashing the ice. He has time to put his chakra into his eyes, activating his Sharingan. And when he looks closely, he can see that Haku's movements are getting slower. So he suspects that he's using too much chakra, and he's getting tired. So he switched as Kakashi versus Zabuza. Kakashi and Zabuza are fighting, and Zabuza uses the hidden mist jutsu to hide himself from Kakashi. And Kakashi realized that Zabuza was heading straight towards Kazuna and Sakura, but Kakashi was barely able to get there first and protect Sakura from a sword slash that would have killed her. So we jump back to Sasuke and Naruto, and Sasuke was able to detect where the actual Haku is, and told Naruto where to hit. And when Sasuke told that Naruto, Haku knew that it would go more in his favor if he was able to get rid of the Sharingan. So he uses all the kneels he could while jumping around mirror to mirror to not get hit by Naruto, but he was able to get some hits on him since Sasuke was trained using Fireball Jutsu and the Sharingan, and he starts to slow down and eventually turns off the Sharingan from the lack of chakra he had left and gets knocked down from the lack of chakra and blood. And when Naruto turns around from smashing some mirrors, he just sees Sasuke on the ground with blood around him. And put simply, he gets really angry. He forces all of his chakra out, and even some of Kokuo's, and he boils as much as he can. And his strength is already to the point of second gate, but something else happened. And for some reason, his body instinctively didn't boil some of his chakra, but covered his body in an orange cloak of chakra. It was done with Kokuo's, and with the effect of the orange chakra, Naruto started to grow 2 horns on his forehead, and most of the damage that was done to him from the needles are gone. His body releases the steam, and where the wounds are gone. And to keep it simplistic, let's say his current power is around 2.5 gates, so it's not as strong as third, but it's stronger than second. And while this is happening, Zabuza and Kakashi stop because they can both sense a strong chakra on the other side of the bridge. And when they look to see what's happening, they see Naruto with steam pouring out of him and a new orange chakra covering his body. What is this? You shouldn't be able to see chakra, but it's clearly visible. Then Naruto, not stopping to think about what's happening to him, charges at Haku with 3 shadow clones that were also affected by the chakra cloak. And now they are stronger than they were before. And they start to break mirror after mirror until there's eventually one left with the original Haku, which Naruto breaks with one punch, launching Haku backwards, breaking his mask with the force of the punch, revealing himself to be Haku. Then Naruto stops with his eyes wide open. It's you. Why? I'm doing this because Zabuza is the only one who helped me through life, and I'm repaying him every day. And why are you stopping? Aren't you going to kill me for killing your friend? I want to kill you, but this isn't the way. You seem so nice, and how did he help you so much that you're willing to do anything to help him? My father wanted me and my mother dead, just because of something we were born with, and Zabuza is the only person who has helped me, even a little. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to kill you for Sasuke, but I wish we could have met sooner. So do I. Then Naruto brings back his fist, ready to throw a punch, but right before he hits Haku, Haku blocks the punch and says, I guess I'm not going to die to you. Then he runs as fast as he can in front of Zabuza. Then, the moment he steps in front of Zabuza, he gets stabbed with Kakashi's lightning cutter, killing him. After that, the mist clears, and Zabuza tries to slash Kakashi through Haku, but Kakashi is barely able to dodge this attack. And after that, the mist clears, and Zabuza tries to slash Kakashi through Haku, but Kakashi is barely able to dodge the attack. And during this, Sakura notices Sasuke's body unconscious and blood around him. And then she notices Naruto with his chakra cloak and horns coming out of his head, and she pushes him aside, only caring about Sasuke's well-being. Why didn't you do anything to help him?
You look perfectly fine and unharmed, but he's all messed up. Did you just sit there and do nothing?
Sakura nodded. So everything happened the same, and Kashi gets Zabuza immobilized again. And they hear footsteps walking towards them, and they look where they were coming from. It was a small businessman with a whole group of people behind it, and they're all armed with weapons. Wow, Zabuza, you couldn't handle one guy and a couple of children? Well, from this day on, you're fired. And right after saying this, he kicks Haku's head, and in rage, Naruto leaps at the crowd of people, beating the people up left and right. Stop, Naruto, that's enough. But Kakashi, but nothing. Our jobs as Shinobi are to control our emotions. So come back. Then Naruto reluctantly goes back next to Kakashi. Thanks, kid. After this, he was just a tool. Was he really? He told me that you gave him everything, and he would do anything for you. Does that mean nothing to you? Tears started to fall down Zabuza's face. Kakashi, can you please give me a kunai? I want to avenge my karma. Kakashi agrees and gives him the kunai. Kakashi agrees and gives him the kunai and puts it in Zabuza's mouth. Then he kills everything in Gao's group, including God himself. After all was done, Zabuza, with all the energy he had left, lay down right next to Haku. Thank you. Then he died on the bridge. So the mission ends since Kato is gone, and that means that no one's after the bridge builder. And when they go back to the bridge builder's home, they see his family dead. So they stay an extra day to have a funeral. Then they leave, and the bridge is named the Great Naruto Bridge. And that's where I'm going to leave the What If. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time on Something Z.